Solve using Cramer's rule on a TI-84 plus. This is also known as reduced row echelon form. What you do is turn the coefficients of your system of equations into a matrix and let your calculator do all the work. All right, so in order for us to make this work, we have to make sure that everything is in the order where it's alphabetical equal sign number. And that's what we have here. X, Y equals number. X, Y equals number. So that's good. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the coefficients into a matrix. So we have a negative invisible 1 living here, then a 4, then a negative 2. So our first row of this matrix is negative 1, 4, negative 2. The second row is already nice, negative 2, 5, negative 4, negative 2, 5, negative 4. Now keep in mind, this column represents x values, this column represents y values, and this column represents what our numbers equal. So let's quick go to our calculator, plug this information in, and use Cramer's rule on a TI-84 plus. So now that we are on our TI-84 plus, and this probably would work for like a TI-83 plus or other TI versions. I just like using a TI-84 plus because that's the one that's on my computer. What we're going to do is we need to set up the matrix that you see on the right in our calculator. You do that by hitting second, this guy, and that takes you to matrix. So we need to edit our matrix. As you can see, what we have is 2 rows and 3 columns. So when we set this up, we're going to call it 2 by 3. Whenever you're dealing with the matrix, the rows come first, the columns come second. Now, as you can see, we have exactly what we need. We just need to plug our numbers in. So our numbers were negative 1, enter 4, enter negative 2. Make sure you're hitting this negative button and not the minus sign because, you know, TI is awesome when it comes to that. Not the wrapper, by the way. TI means Texas Instruments. If you're old enough to know who TI the wrapper is, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. You've been held back too many times. Anyway, that should do it. Okay, so our matrix is all set up. Now let's get out of here by second, mode, and going to quit. Let's go to second, x to the negative 1 to take us back to our matrix information. Now you can see that A is programmed in. Now I'm going to use Cramer's rule. You probably heard me in the previous part of this say it's also known as reduce row echelon form. So we're going to go to math and we're going to go down and choose rref, reduce row echelon form. So we're going to hit enter on that. Now, right now, your calculator is like, all right, well, let's take the rref of something. We still haven't said what we need to take the rref of. So if we hit second, x to the negative 1 to take us back into our matrices section, we can choose A, which was the matrix that we edited, close the parentheses, and we're good to go. Now, what's going to pop up is a nice looking matrix with ones and zeros and numbers. There it is. Now, what we'll do is we will write down this exact matrix going back to our notes, and I'll explain what all of this means, but our calculator step is done. Now we just need to diagnose the answer. Now, after using reduced row echelon form, we ended up with this matrix here, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0. Now, the long way of explaining this answer is this. And so you will see me do another one of these problems in a video after this where I'm going to have more variables and more lines. But let me use this time to explain what this means. Again, you're an X, you're a Y, you're equals, and then here's our number. What this row here means is 1x plus 0y equals 2. Now, we can clean this up. That 0y is useless. That 1 in front of the x is also useless, so x equals 2. Oh, how nice. That's half of our answer. And this row right here says 0x plus 1y equals 0. You're useless. The 1 in front of the y is useless, and you end up with y equals 0. So the long way of doing this is saying, like, this all serves a purpose. These aren't just numbers floating around. No, when you have 1001 and then the numbers over here, this tells you that x is 2 and y is 0. And though that right there is a solution to that system of equations. So if you're looking at this problem, you're saying, whoa, 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 whoa. We could have just used our calculators to solve any system of equations. Yes. Yes, you could. But, you got to learn the math because math is kind of what I do. And how am I going to make all this money off of YouTube if I don't teach you the math part first? So this is a system of equations, 2 variables, 2 equations. In the next video, it's going to be a system of 3 variables. So, stay tuned. But again, yeah, it's as simple as you writing this out as a matrix after making sure everything's in order. As long as it's 1001, your numbers represent your answer. You're done.